You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, it's Friday the 14th of November 2025 and you're listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. And it's really grim outside. It's been bucketing it down all day. However, that doesn't mean that I've not got something done. So I set my alarm for 7:30 and I was in the swimming pool by about 5 to 8. I did 42 lengths, but my phone keeps my watch keeps adding random lengths on for some reason. But basically swam just over a kilometre. It did take me nearly an hour because I'm not that fit, but it burned a lot of calories. And yeah, I felt really good afterwards. After that, I drove into town. Because I wasn't in a gym kit, I put on clothes after I got out of the swimming pool. I was able to, go shopping without looking like a sweaty mess. And so I did that because I've been thinking about making myself some soup for absolutely ages. I've saved the recipes. I even added the ingredients to a shopping list app on my phone. I just haven't got around to actually buying them. So I made myself go and buy the shopping today. Nipped into my bookshop. They were just clearing up after last night's book launch. All the red carpet and the barriers and the Shakespeare cutouts and everything were being loaded back onto the van. So that was fun to see. It was like they're trying to pretend it never happened. But that was really good. And then I came home after that and had some breakfast and then decided I really wanted to try and sign off chapter 19. And I don't always do so I do two sorts of edits. I just do a screen edit where I read through it, and then I do a more detailed paper edit. Once I'm happy with the screen version, I then print it out. But I did both on my live stream today. And actually it was quite good because it's a really, as I said yesterday, there's stuff that had to happen in the chapter, but I hadn't quite considered who would pass on the information to everyone and therefore exactly, the emotional impact that might have. So I signed it all off. Chapter 19 came in at 5,027 words, leaving me on a total for the book of 91,572 and a total for the month of 16,127, which is only 9,000 short of my target, and it's only the 14th. Having said that, I am working a lot more as of this point, but that felt like a fairly good place. And then didn't do much for a bit, and then drove into Milton Keynes, went to a writing group meeting, caught up with Tani Campbell and a couple of other people, and that was nice. And actually we did it was meant to be a couple of writing sprints. We ended up doing one long writing sprint in the end, and it was I wrote some of chapter 20. Now, what's happened in chapter 20 followed on directly from the sort of the mini cliffhanger at the end of chapter 19, and something unexpected happened, which made total sense, but I wasn't expecting it to happen. So one of my characters acted independently of my storyline sort of outline. I mean, it's fine, it's not, but it's made it slightly more complicated because now Saywood knows she's being hunted. She have effectively managed to isolate herself from the people that can help her, which is fine. But, and it's the logical thing that she would do, but the storyline now requires 3 characters, so Saywood and Charlie and Jagvir, to be together for the end of the book. How am I going to resolve that? I don't know. I'll mull it over. I hope to do some writing tomorrow, but probably I won't do enough to finish chapter 20, or the zero draft of chapter 20, but hey, who knows, I might. We shall see. But yeah, it's just a little bit, so I basically need to now get those characters together, which I have an idea. Well, I haven't got an idea, I haven't got a clue, but I will work it out. And then I've got a few other things that need to happen, but I kind of know what needs to happen now. I know exactly how the book ends, almost to the sentence. I've just got to get us there. And I need those characters back together, so I need to kind of work a way around that. But the way they split up is totally logical. It's what they would do. And as I was writing, I was going, yeah, this is what they'd do, you rotten gits. Now I've got to kind of undo the continuity problem you've created me. But hey, it is what it is. I have a few other story elements, as I said, that I need to shove in, but we are heading towards the end now. So even if there's only 20,000 words left in the book, and my hunch is it'll be more than that, but even if there's only 20,000, that's kind of within the parameters of the length that I want the book to be. As I've said before, I'm going to finish the first draft of this, then I'm going to go straight into the first draft of the third book in the trilogy, which is entitled Blank Canvas. That one needs a bit more work. So in broad strokes terms, I know what needs to happen, but I need to come up with some detail. Now, one of the things that was supposed to happen in this book, but it just turned out there wasn't room for it, is that there was supposed to be effectively a civil war within the Sutherland Institute. That's going to happen in book 3, and I'm going to do a couple of things to set that up in the remainder of this book. But I think the hint that it's going to happen has to be in this book, and then the actual civil war itself will happen in the next one. Anyway, that's me done. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, which is my last day off before I properly go back to work. Oh, it's going to be weird. Anyway, thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye.
You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.